What is going on? I'm zmoT. We've got a little teeny tiny boost on. We've got 1 GBE boost, 1 troop damage boost. I'm going to do War Factory on this account first. Usually do the low level stuff first, but you know what? It's 10 o'clock my time. I'm already super late. All of you have probably already done War Factory. I also have missed my deadline for the sneak peek of the Mega Crab. Might make a late sneak peek. We'll see. Just drowning in life, so thank you for your patience. If you have any questions about anything to do with the Mega Crab, hit me up. I'll mention you in the comments, reply to you in the comments. Yeah, let's get into some War Factory. No more excuses. Quickly getting those intel first. Let's have a look. This one is all about warriors. This to me screams warriors. It also kind of screams that we should try bullet with, you know what, we're just going to do this completely and utterly wrong. I highly, highly recommend that you use warriors for this because warriors are going to be the easiest way to go about doing it, but we've got 90% off troops, so I'm going to do things a little bit dumb, a little bit stupid, a little bit fun. We're going to just throw some random troops at things, something like that. We're going to use Bullet's taunt. He's going to get passed around a little bit, a lot bit, I should say. And now, yeah, he's going to get like, I think... Okay, so all of the grapplers are in this like straight line, so he's just going to get passed around. That shock blaster is going to be a definite concern, but I kind of want to just walk through all of this and see what the heck we can do. Now, if we come from this left-hand side, it's going to put Bullet in between the rockets and everything else. That's probably the best way to do it. Let's just go. Again, this is a terrible idea. No one in their right mind should do this. Bullet taunt is going to come out eventually. There we go. So Bullet's taunt, all of the grapplers, some of the grapplers, also that left-hand side laser trying to ruin our troops. We've already lost a bunch of them, and now we're just throwing some critters willy-nilly. Bullet got taken out of the range of those left-hand side lasers, so we are now just getting pummeled. I told you this was a bad idea, and you know what? Turns out it's an awful idea. So don't rely on Bullet taunting grapplers when there's a shock blaster nearby. Bad things are going to happen. But even with an awful attack, yes, frankly, awful attack, we've managed to clear this entire front section. So you guaranteed, if you're a max level player, are going to have better hits than I did here, and we've already completely and utterly crippled War Factory. So we're going to do that exact attack one more time, simply because why the heck not? Bullet's not going to get shocked by the shock blaster this time. So I have a general feeling that that should go slightly better, just showing that you don't need to use the right troops all the time. You can also use some stupid troops sometimes. So Bullets can taunt all of the with those things. We're going to shock that laser because Bullet keeps getting passed outside the range of that laser. And now we're just going to keep that taunt active and should be able to clear through all of this stuff bit by ridiculous little bit. So Bullet, unfortunately, getting stuck on that right-hand side grappler. Part of the issue with taunt is that it stops grapplers from grappling, so that left-hand side one just did not grab him and wasn't in the range of his taunt. And just like that, we have cleared all the way to the core. We're just going to keep throwing shocks and using Zooka Cryo Bombardier. Down goes War Factory in two very ridiculously stupid attacks. We will do it better with our low-level account. We will do it with a little bit more intelligence with our low-level account, but just showing that without shields, you can also just barrage that without any difficulty whatsoever. So there goes the main max level in a total of 4 minutes, start to finish. I am going to pause right here. You'll get some speed serum, and I'll be back in just a second. Okay, boom, shakalaka. This is the XP43 HQ17 account. Only has one sniper, no mines, no defenses to speak of. So lots and lots of different ways to play Boom Beach, as it's discussed on Discord almost every single day. Let's have a look. Jump over into War Factory. If you're like, Discord, what's that? Chat program, you should get it. Lots and lots of good players on the Boom Beach official Discord server. Now, for the low levels, what the heck can we do? Need to get rid of some of these rockets. He saw that rocket ranged, but we're going to come from this beach. Don't need to worry about that laser until later on, so we're not going to focus on that too much, but need to get rid of... We're going to get rid of all 4 rockets just to make things easier on us. So, how to get rid of 4 rockets? We're going to damage that rocket right there. That is very, very, very critical. Then we're going to throw Everspark. Then we're going to push the button, and then we're going to flare that one back there. Now, we've lost the delay with that Shock Blaster right there. Probably want to put Everspark slightly, ever so slightly further to the right. That way she is not in the range of that Shock Blaster. Looks like she managed to get the heck out of the way. And then we double hack and let Everspark die. And now those critters are causing a bit of a problem. Thankfully not too much of a problem. And now we're going to mark that rocket launcher right there. We're going to get rid of those boom mines because otherwise you know for sure we're going to hit them. And then we need to figure out where to put our gunboat energy. For me, my money is on this Shock Blaster simply because it's farther back. That shore laser should be easy for us to get rid of. Now, on this right-hand side, there's nowhere you can get free gunboat energy. Those grapplers, I mean, by all means, drop your troops, but for me, I'm trying to save diamonds, trying to save troops, trying to save gold. So if you're struggling with War Factory, drop your troops, burn them, get a couple extra gunboat energy, get a couple extra buildings down. But for me, I'm trying to make it as easy for you guys as possible. Again, clicking that button, knowing that Everspark's going to step out. Don't let her step out long enough that a grappler is going to grab her, or you're going to have a bad time. Now, lots of boom cannons back there. Couple boom cannons and snipers over there, so we should be able to double hack with ease. Making sure, of course, that we have marked the rocket launcher. If you don't know what marking is, please hit me up in the comments, because if you don't mark things, this attack is not going to go your way. Now, we're going to get rid of that Shock Blaster. Maybe. I kind of doubt we're going to have the gunboat energy to do it, simply because we're a low level. But things are looking up. We've got that Shock Blaster, low health, no rocket launchers left. Now, those mortars are going to be a pain, most definitely, almost certainly. So I'm kind of tempted to go hack those mortars. I wouldn't recommend doing this, because hacking those mortars, we're starting to get into our third attack. We should probably be clearing. There's a whole lot of grapplers out there. So whether or not you do this, I guess you're going to have to watch and find out. We are going to hack that one mortar just like that. Now, I probably should have been using my gunboat energy on these mortars, but it's too late for that at this point. And then we're going to hack that second mortar. Now, I didn't intend to not double hack, but it worked out very, very, very well, because otherwise I don't think that those mortars would have both gone down. So all of the boom cannons, look at this, see? Because of those critters, those boom cannons aren't going to be able to get that mortar down. So bit of a mistake on my part, but good learning that do the double hack, and then you can even re-smoke just your critters to try to get that mortar down. So down goes many, many things, leaving ourselves some work with that mortar most definitely. And now we're going to switch it up, and we should be able to clear all the way to core. Maybe. We're going to throw a lot of troops out there. And also, it's a quick note, we have 90% off. I mentioned that with the max level, so do throw some riflemen out front. That's twice as many troops for the grappler to grapple. And now, let's get into it. Let's just drop our troops. I'm going to finish off... Actually, you know what? Before we do this, I'm going to double check how much health that has. 4,000, 2 artillery, probably the best route. Might have even needed 1, but math is not my strong suit. It kind of is, actually. And then we're going to drop all of this stuff and then throw our shock at the last possible second. And what that's going to do is that's going to allow us to get even closer to that laser, get our troops going out in front. And now what we need to get that shock back out so quickly. And now just dropping all sorts of critters for those grapplers to grapple, and then keeping that darn laser shocked. You notice that our troops kind of pause there for a second. That's what happens when hot pots come into play. And now, I said that back laser wasn't going to be a factor, but look at that, it is because of all the grabblers. So definitely need to be a little bit careful as far as walking on forwards. There are a ton of buildings here, and we need to not forget about that left-hand side mortar, because if we do, bad things are going to happen. So that microwave, don't need to worry about microwaves when it comes to all zookas, but you saw our rifles and our critters just getting completely and utterly demolished. So I would be very tempted to retreat at this point, but because we've got 90% off troops, I'm not going to do that. And if you're wondering what I'm talking about as far as retreating, I simply mean because I try to save once you get low on gunboat energy and low on troops, there's not really a heck of a lot of advantage to keep your troops moving on forwards, but we managed to get maybe, just maybe, this last grappler down. Not quite, but you see just how big of a gaping hole we cleared. Also, just a quick note, if you look at our rewards, we're nowhere close to getting 65, simply because of all of the grapplers, so need to be a little bit cautious there. I probably would use my gunboat energy on the laser, because you can shock the shock blaster. You notice the laser did come into play a little bit more than I would have liked. But we're going to try and finish from right about where that boom cannon is, just being very careful of that mortar range on the right-hand side. So probably finishing right where that boom mine is or so. And we do not need any of our friends, the riflemen, on this time. We're just going to go all zookas all the time and hope that we can finish this puppy off, because if not, I'm going to be sad. So let's go. I'm feeling like that third attack, we left a little bit too much on the table. Not super duper keen on that. Also, the fact that I just wasted an artillery on that mortar and it didn't go down, and wasted some troops on, or some GBE on that grappler. Not awesome. So gonna throw one smoke right in there. Gonna get all of our troops walking in the general direction, back flaring and then coming right into there. And then as soon as we come out of smoke, I'm going to hit it with a shock right there, trying our darndest to get... Oh, Everspark, don't die. Okay, Everspark did not die, which is fantastic for us, and now we just need to keep that microwaver shocked. Otherwise, bad things are going to happen. Getting more... Uh-oh. Yep. There goes the attack. I told you we were going to have a little bit of a problem if that laser came into play, and sure enough, the laser came into play. So grappler gonna grab Everspark in the next couple seconds, and we are about to fail. I feel like I've given you the groundwork, I've given you the blueprint, but I completely and utterly wrecked the implementation, or the construction, I guess, to continue the blueprint sort of talk. Not stoked at all. Now, I'm going to retreat. That is going to be all for the low level. Do follow that, but you saw how much that laser played a major factor. So when I threw my gunboat energy towards that shock blaster, you know what? Let's just try it on a different account. Just like that, we're on the Tom's account. These are the accounts that I play like once every couple months. So you see, like, if we look at my attack log over in here, last attack 49 days ago, sitting there in mothballs, collecting all sorts of diamonds all over the archipelago. We've got 90% off, so we're going to go in with a second account. This is an HQ16. Yes, I have an HQ16, 17, and 18 account. So this one has a little bit better statues, I do believe. 40% gunboat energy. Where is our troop damage? Right there, 31%. So no troop health is going to be making this thing a little bit different, but we're just going to get in, do the exact same stuff, and hopefully do it somewhat better. So We're going to go like this. We're going to drop Everspark into there. And now I think we have enough gunboat energy to actually do 3 hacks on this account. So that is going to be my first goal here. Thank goodness got rid of those boom mines. You know, I probably would have been able to weave our way through, but just always be on the lookout for boom mines because Everspark does like to try to go hit them. So hack number 1 is done. Hack number 2 and 3 coming out right here. We're going to hack the rocket launcher and the second rocket launcher. Boom, shakalaka, just like that. And then, as we talked about, throwing all of the gunboat energy on that laser simply because the grapplers are going to ruin our life otherwise. So need to be a bit careful about those remote lasers that get troops pulled into them and then you just cry yourself to sleep at night. So attack number 3, is that it? Or attack number 8, I guess that is? Not keeping track here. So we are going to go like this. I said we are going to get rid of those mortars, and yes, indeed, we will get rid of those mortars in just a second. On this attack, doing things ever so slightly different. Oh, Everspark did not go where I expected her to at all, so got a little bit lucky throwing that desperation smoke. Now, as soon as that next mortar hack comes out, we're going to smoke her again. This is just showing why you want to have offensive statues. The more purples you can have, the more damage you can do with Everspark. So next up, down goes that. And again, last time, Everspark put some critters over there, and so this mortar didn't go down, and this time we re-smoked her and anywhere critters would have been. And as a result, I think it's going to be close, but mortar did not quite go down. It went way further, but just one thing to take note of is that that mortar does not like to go down via the hacking maneuvers. So 2 attacks, basically gotten the same amount as our 3 attacks last time. Extra gunboat energy playing a bit of a role there for certain. So if you have low GBE numbers, you can always drop a couple boats of troops on this right-hand side, clear some of those buildings. You're going to lose all your troops, but then drop Everspark towards the end and do some hacking. So let's get to it. How much health does that have? 10,000. So we're going to throw a barrage there. I hate throwing a barrage for 10,000 because our low-level barrage not going to get all the way there. There is that. Getting rid of this laser is next on our list, and I believe that laser has less health than the shock blaster to start with. So that is step number 2. There's our 3 attacks. We're now basically exactly where we were last time, so hoping I don't have a second failure in the bucket right here. So that shock blaster had 68,000. The laser had 68,000. So I misspoke there most definitely. So where do we go from here? Nowhere to go but up, I suppose. So let's get... How much health is on that puppy? That's going to take a lot of our gunboat energy. So I am not super confident. Are we going to have 2 fails in the same video? I don't think I've ever done that, but who knows here. We're going to get some artilleries out there, hoping to get rid of that laser. That's going to make our life a heck of a lot easier. Notice that I do not have any rifles loaded. I also don't have, what's it called? Everspark's Universal Remote loaded. But I'm going to try and take advantage of her hacks, trying to get some of these buildings down, trying to get that laser down right here. Need that laser to go down as soon as we possibly can. Otherwise, we're going to end up getting all of our troops completely and utterly melted. So Everspark is long dead. We don't have anywhere near the same number of... cannon fodders because we did not bring rifles this attack, and so I am not feeling super confident right now. Need to keep our troops moving forwards, but that shock blaster is going to start to come into play here pretty darn quick, and the question starts to become, well, is it worth clearing all of these buildings, or should we just be hitting the core? Because if we just hit the core, we should be able to get a nice little hidey hole there, and I feel like I've kind of misled you guys in that simply pushing forward with all the troops might not be the best case scenario. Let's have a look, see how much health is on this puppy right here. So we've got 581,000 health. We have got basically two shocks. We're going to shock this stuff and this stuff. I'm just going to try it with Brick. This is going to be one of those Hail Marys, but there's not a ton of difficulty in this attack. So if I could do it twice, I would love to show you the difference between the two. But we're going to park all of our troops right in here, and then we're just going to... Uh-oh, Brick, don't get grabbed by that grappler. Brick just got grabbed by that grappler. That drastically increased the difficulty of this attack. So now we're going to go 1 and 2. 2 smokes right into the kill zone. I highly, highly doubt that we have enough gunboat energy to take this thing down, but we are going to do our darndest to make that happen right here, right now. All of our troops pounding away as they get blasted from the sides and the front, and our low-level shocks are starting to wear out. Yeah, it's going to be so close. I don't think we have any chance of getting this down, though. As soon as Brick got grabbed by that right-hand side grappler, we absolutely and utterly got wrecked. Now it's time for that moment you're all been waiting for, the often imitated, never duplicated... Not the most exciting war factory, but I feel like between those two attacks, you should be able to get a great idea of what you need to do. If you have any questions, do let me know. I feel like the third attack was the letdown on both of those. Definitely need to plan things a little bit better. Now, these are two attacks that were both failed in different ways. Because we have HQ16, our barrage and artillery are lower level, they did less damage. We had more gunboat energy, but it was more useless. So failing in different ways. That is all for me. Hopefully this brought you some joy or some entertainment or some education or somewhere in the middle. If you have more than one account, or you've let it expire, or you play other Supercell games, do consider throwing code zmoT into your creator boost. Just a reminder, you can put it in any text you want. It can be uppercase, it can be lowercase, you can do a lowercase t, an uppercase o, whatever the heck you want. Anyways, that is all for me. As per always, thank you for sticking with me as I continue to do things on the main base, not just ignoring it, not just doing warships and mega crab, and trying to keep all of that helpfulness alive and well. So hit me up in the comments. Let me know if you beat it. Let me know if it was your first ever war factory. Let me know how much I let you down by not putting out a mega crab sneak peek. I shall talk to you soon. Thanks for coming in. I'm zmoT. Peace.